My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter and welcome to your daily category romance video. So today we have a super romance novel. These were some of my favorites. This line stopped being published, I believe it was in 2018, if I'm remembering correctly. And yeah, so the book we have today is The Baby Agenda by Janice K. Johnson. Janice K. Johnson is one of my favorite authors. She primarily writes now for the intrigue line, actually, and she does some amazing romantic suspense books. I'm sure at some point while I'm doing these videos, I will come across one. I have read her books recently. I am never disappointed by her stuff. This is a Christmas book, and it is part of the 9 Months Later series, which this is book number 63. Now, those of you who are series book readers don't have a oh my gosh, panic attack. So the 9 Months Later is similar to a couple of other series that Harlequin has done over the years, like Count on a Cop, or Fatherhood, I think was another one, where basically it just meant that this was a book series that focused mainly on pregnancy. So every single book had to do with a pregnancy of some kind. The Count on a Cop books were all to do with somebody who was was a police officer. The Fatherhood were books on single dads or whatever like that. So you knew looking at it oh, obviously, if the baby wasn't a dead giveaway, the 9 Months Later told you what the story was going to be about. So these are not ones that you have to read in order. I am assuring you of that. It's just it's almost like an imprint within an imprint, if that makes sense. So this is number 1674 in the Harlequin Super Romance line. This was published originally in December of 2010. This is a large print edition that I own, which is kind of nice. These were always a little bit thicker books anyway, but the large print just makes it that much, and this one was never published as a Mills and Boon, from what I can tell here. So it says, one of Moira Cullen's few walks on the wild side has come back to haunt her. Now she has to tell a man who rescued her from a disastrous evening he's going to be a father. Not the best thank you she can give Will Becker. He proves her instincts were sharp that night. She took a chance on him. Not only does he commit to being involved with their baby, he also returns from his dream job in Africa to do it. He's a good man, perhaps too good. Moira has to wonder if he's here because he wants to be, or because he's always done the right thing. And the way she's falling for him, she wants a marriage for real. So yeah, so that's what this one is about. Sounds delightful. It's a secret baby story. They are a dime a dozen, to be honest, within these category romance books, but I still absolutely love them. I do sometimes question, I think they have to be done very well, because exactly as it says on the back of the book, do the characters end up together for the sake of the child, or because they actually want to be together? And sometimes it doesn't get pulled off as well as it does in other books. So yeah. But anyway, let's find out a little bit more about the author. So Janice K. Johnson is the author of 60 books for children and adults. Her first 4 published romance novels were co-authored with her mother, also a writer who has since published mysteries and children's books on her own. Her mother is Norma Tadlock Johnson, in case you were looking for her. These were sweet in air quotes, romance novels. The author hastens to add, she isn't sure they'd have felt comfortable co-authoring passionate love scenes. That's delightful. Janice graduated from Whitman College with a BA in history and then received a master's degree in library science from the University of Washington. She was a branch librarian for the public library system until she began selling her own writing. Wonderful. She has written 6 novels for young adults and 1 picture book for the read aloud crowd. I love that, the read aloud crowd. Rosamond was outgrown all those hours spent reading to her own daughters and of her passion for growing old roses. 2 more of her favorite books were historical novels she wrote for Tor Forge. The research was pure indulgence for someone who set out intending to be a historian. Janice is divorced and has raised her 2 daughters in a small rural town north of Seattle, Washington. She's an active volunteer and board member for Perfect Pals, a no-kill animal shelter. She was a librarian and she volunteers at a no-kill animal shelter. I love this woman. And fosters kittens often live in a household that already includes a few more cats than she wants to admit to. Janice loves writing books about love and family, about the way generations connect and the power of our earliest experience have on us throughout life. Her super romance novels are frequent finalists for Romance Writers of America Reader Awards. So I think this was written quite a number of years ago. She's got books coming out in February. She just had one come out in February called Wilderness Hostage. And she's got another one coming out in July called Storing Secrets, and one coming out in December, all for the intrigue line. So she writes very prolifically. most of the time, the last time she wrote part of a series was back in 2021. Most of her books, including this one, tend to be standalones. So if you're going to pick up a Janice K. Johnson book, 10 to 1, you're picking up a standalone novel. So it's one you can just pick up and just read and enjoy. And I've actually got one of her books in the box set that I'm reading right now from Intrigue. I think it's actually the next one. Oh, no, it's the last one in the box set is another Janice K. Johnson. So I'm super, super excited about that one. But anyway, I highly recommend that you check out her books. They are delightful. Yeah, you will not be disappointed at all. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.